Panther people, what is up? What's going on? You're watching Panthers Post with Phil Perkins. Thanks for joining on this Tuesday night edition. Man, am I glad that I filmed this on a Tuesday night and not Tuesday morning when I normally do it in the off season, because boy, this would be a dated episode as hell. If you're new here, make sure to pound and keep pounding that subscribe button, that like button. Let me know in your comments below how you're feeling. It's a beautiful place to be. There's so much to talk about with this freaking team. What a crazy day. The NFL had a case of the Tuesdays, but not in a bad way, in a good way. Everyone's talking about the NFL right now, and no one's talking about Calvin Ridley. I'm sure his agent and everybody are pretty happy about that. But the quarterback domino has fallen, and the trickle-down effects are happening as we speak. Let's start in chronological order. And this all affects the Carolina Panthers. 100% this all does, because as we know, the Panthers are in a desperate need to find that guy under center. So number one, that guy, Aaron Rodgers, who had been courting with retirement potentially, according to Pat McAfee, has signed a crazy extension. I think it's 4 years, $200 million extension with the Green Bay Packers to stay in Wisconsin, making, I think, a guaranteed $158 million. So he is the highest paid NFL player ever. So he is staying put. It basically seems like, according to Pat McAfee, he was either staying in Green Bay or freaking retiring. And we know that the Panthers are definitely out there thinking, we got guys like his favorite O-line coach ever, and Coach Camby as the offensive line coach, thinking that maybe that could be, an attraction to Aaron Rodgers. Or Ben McAdoo, who was his offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach in Green Bay when they won the Super Bowls. We thought that was an attraction, but I guess he just wants that cash, even though we got the richest owner in the league right now. But the Green Bay Packers they paid up. Apparently it's not going to be that much of a hit on their cap. Aaron Rodgers staying there. So the chance of him maybe riding off into the sunset in Charlotte, the chill southern atmosphere, just not meant to be. It's not going to happen. The silver lining way, it seems like at least the Panthers earned the right conference. If they're in the AFC, there's no shot in hell the Panthers are going to be trying to make the playoffs this year. It could happen. It could very well happen, especially now as we know in the news yesterday that Calvin Ridley has been suspended for the year for gambling $1,500 on an NFL game when he wasn't supposed to. And so the Atlanta Falcons are down one weapon for them. So the Panthers got a shot in that sense, even though we don't know who their quarterback is. Now, we do know one quarterback who's going to be playing for a team, and that is former Seattle Seahawks quarterback, Super Bowl winning quarterback, 10-year NFL vet, Russell freaking Wilson. The AFC West just got dangerous, even more dangerous. He got picked up, which, depending on who you're talking to, either a lot, like the Seattle Seahawks got a lot out of this trade, or not enough. So the Denver Broncos, who had Peyton Manning, beat the Panthers in Super Bowl 50, blah, 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 strike lucky again and get another franchise quarterback in Russell Wilson. They sent the Seattle Seahawks their first-round pick, which is 9th overall this year. Let's talk about that. 9th overall pick, next year's first-round pick, this year's second-round pick, next year's second-round pick, a 5th round, as well as Noah Fant, a defensive lineman, and Drew Lock. Now, if that is the haul that it took to get Russell Wilson, and according to Joe Person, the beat reporter for the Carolina Panthers, who just put out a report today that he knows that the Carolina Panthers did make the call to the Seattle Seahawks, knowing that Scott Fitterer was their director of college scouting for 20-odd years, and they made the call. So if that was all it took, minus the fact that both in the NFC, take out the conferences, because apparently that was a big determining factor to get Russell Wilson out of the NFC into the AFC. If that took the Panthers' first-round pick, which is a 6th overall pick. There is no second-round pick, but so the first-round pick this year, first-round pick next year, second, it would have to be next year, and a third for next year because we don't have any of those this year, and then a backup quarterback, so that would presumably be Sam Darnold, defensive lineman, so this was a defensive tackle, so then Derek Brown, who I think people will be okay with moving on from, and as well as a tight end, so Tommy Tremble. Would you be okay with that? Would you be okay with getting all that out of the franchise, out of Charlotte, into the Pacific Northwest to get Russell Dangerous Wilson? Let me know in the comments below. Would you be okay with getting rid of all that to get Russell Wilson, who is a franchise quarterback, only 33 years old? So that's two quarterbacks right now that the Panthers and Panther fans, enthusiasts, optimists like myself thought that maybe they had a shot at Aaron Rodgers, but more so had a shot on Russell Wilson. Both of those not happening. And according to Joe Person, the rest of the league is reacting to that. So who are the other elite quarterbacks that are currently available for the Panthers to pick up? The one that everyone's talking about right now is Deshaun Watson, because he's the last one. And not only is he not 33 or 38 like Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers, dude's freaking in his mid-20s. He is literally in his prime. However, he is also in some deep trouble. According to ESPN and the New York Times, his case is going to the grand jury on Friday. And according to one legal NFL expert who does hits with ESPN, ABC, NBC, and all those guys, this is not looking good for Deshaun Watson. But will it happen? I am not sure. And are you willing to take the risk of just patience and waiting and waiting and waiting? Because now we know, entering this draft, you got the Panthers, you got the Washington football team, you got the Seahawks now, who now have a top 10 pick who are in the quarterback market. So unless the Seahawks want to get into this Deshaun Watson sweepstakes late and package a first-round pick this year and a first-round pick next year and do whatever they got to try to get Deshaun Watson, they can do it now. So it seems like the most elite veteran quarterback available, if you want to put quotation marks around available, pending a lot of things, is Deshaun Watson. So you got to ask yourself, tell me in the comment community, are you willing to put in the patience to wait? Don't take a quarterback in the draft, or maybe take a quarterback in the draft, but don't take quarterback in the draft and wait past April 1st and past maybe months after that to see if Deshaun Watson is even going to be a free man at this point. Looks like the Panthers' course of action is being kind of forced upon them. So Jonathan Alexander, again, with the Charlotte Observer, had a really good report yesterday. I'm assuming he was in Indy because he had some pretty good intel there, that it looks like this is what the blueprint is going to be. This is what the path is going to be for the Panthers in this offseason. So number one, they restructured the contracts of Taylor Moton and Shaq Thompson, freeing up a good amount of cap space. Now, if you take a look at a couple episodes back, I did exactly that in my free agency plus mock draft, where I restructured the contract of Taylor Moton, restructured the contract of Shaq Thompson, I restructured Christian McCaffrey, so I kept him on the team. That could change in real life. I did re-sign Stephon Gilmore, not for as much as what he's asking for now. I did re-sign Hassan Reddick, probably for a lot less than what he's probably going to get now, which is why he's not going to return to the Panthers most likely. But then I signed on a guy like Teron Armstead, left tackle, who could be there for the next couple years, as well as Laken Tomlinson out of Duke University, a la the San Francisco 49ers, kind of bolstered that offensive line, and then kind of went after that, and I picked up, a rookie quarterback. I think it was either Malik Willis or Sam Howell. And so that's what I did. So either way, according to this Jonathan Alexander piece, after freeing up space through the cap, manipulation, shout out to Samir Suleiman with Shaq Thompson, Taylor Moton, there could be other guys as well. He thinks the blueprint is going to be this. With that extra cap space, they are going to purchase 2 interior offensive linemen, 2 guards to start or to add depth, but most likely to start. He then added, and this is with Coach Camby, the Aaron Rodgers' favorite head coach of all time on the offensive line. Apparently, we don't know if it's through him, but Jonathan Alexander said the Panthers are feeling more and more enthusiastic and encouraged of putting last year's rookie, Brady Christensen, to the left tackle spot. He's kind of played everywhere last year, but they feel pretty good that he could shift over to the left tackle spot. So you got Brady Christensen in his second year out of BYU as a left tackle. Then you got a brand new guard, let's say Laken Tomlinson. And then you got Pat Elflein as the center, or maybe a rookie, who knows. And then you got another free agent guard, and then you got Taylor Moton on the right side. So you got your offensive line. That should be somewhat improved. Now with that already figured out, so you took care of free agency, all right? So you got your offensive line. There's no need to draft an offensive lineman with that 6th overall pick. And if they are sticking and picking at number 6, they could then be drafting a quarterback. Now, whether it's Kenny Pickett, who didn't exactly light up the combine, in my opinion, after watching. You got Malik Willis, who did light it the F up. That's for damn sure. You can light up an empty football stadium in middle of March. You can fire up Bank of America Stadium. That's all I'm saying. And then you got Desmond Ridder, who is now making some noise. People are starting to make the case for Desmond Ridder. He is a 4-year starter. He won at the biggest stage. He went in the college football playoff, the last 4 teams remaining. He's an athletic freak, running under 4.5. He showed some accuracy. He showed some improved mechanics as well. Could he be a guy that could be more NFL ready, which is what they're kind of using for Kenny Pickett? For Desmond Ridder, could he be an NFL ready guy like right away, week one? You could put him in, and you don't have to spend maybe a 6th round pick. You could trade down and still get Desmond Ridder. I think that is going to be the situation here. And if somehow the Panthers do get Deshaun Watson, then you got a rookie quarterback. And now this is not part of the Jonathan Alexander piece, but if you do follow that, so you got your free agent guards, all right, you got Christensen as a left tackle, and then you draft a rookie quarterback. If it is a Malik Willis, who better to show him the ropes in the NFL, maybe not in life, but in the NFL, than Deshaun Watson, who I believe they both share the same agent. Now, this could all change. All of this prediction could change if the Carolina Panthers manage to get rid of Christian McCaffrey. Now, ESPN is also reporting now that several teams have been calling the Panthers, despite the fact that, Scott Fitter has said that Christian McCaffrey is one of the cornerstones of this team. He's the face of the franchise. Dave Tepper, one of the first moves he did when he got here was pay this man $64 million. And so, but doesn't stop NFL teams from calling the Panthers, offering up packages to get him. Now, the Panthers, according to ESPN, want a first-round pick and a player. That's a lot. That is a lot. Now, you just saw Russell Wilson, who's won a Super Bowl, plays the most important position in the sport, get 2 first rounds, 2 seconds, a 5th, 3 players, and you want a running back who's been injured the last 2 years and super duper highly paid for that position to garner a first and a player? I think if they can get a 2nd this year, a 3rd this year, and then a 4th next year or something like that, no player, I think I take it. Next week, I am out of here. I am on vacation. I haven't taken an elongated vacation since COVID was in our lives. And so I'm not going to be far from you guys. I'll be in South Carolina. I'll be in Hilton Head. If you guys have any suggestions on where I should go, any sports bars I should go to, any sports stores where I can maybe get some Panthers gear, or maybe like local South Carolina college, like I guess I have to adopt the Gamecocks if I'm going to be spending some time there. It's going to be me and my babies, literally my baby boy and my wife's first trip away. And so maybe the Gamecocks is my squad. Let me know. Also, I might be doing a video. I'm gonna bring the camera, bring the tripod, bring the mic. If shit hits the fan, if the Panthers and Scotty Fitt are in on every deal, which they seem to very much be, and they actually connect on one, trade away Christian McCaffrey or whatever it is, I will plop up this. The audio might not be the best, but I will be rocking the Panthers gear because I will be in South Carolina, and I'll be talking. So I'm going to do my best to stay in contact with you guys, but I appreciate this. Make sure to spread the word, spread the love, like, subscribe, comment. Crazy. NFL 365, 24/7, baby. See you guys soon.